Have you ever loved somebody and the people around you did not? Or have you ever fell in love with somebody so much, but it just didn't sit right with your friends and parents? We'll be discussing that on Dating Pool today. Welcome back, my people. Welcome to your favorite podcast. If you are a new listener, thank you so much for listening in. And if this is not your first time here, you know the drill. Grab your towels, grab your seat, and let us dive right in. Today, I've got someone beautiful. Drum roll. I've got my beautiful friend and sister today. We will be diving into the pool with me. We'll be talking about this one. I've got the beautiful, the gorgeous, the delectable Akpayemi with me. Hey, darling.
Hello, hi.
Oh my goodness. It's finally amazing to have you here.
I know it's so good to be here.
I've
Finally,
struggled to get this woman here.
I know.
Thank you for fitting us into your itinerary. How
Yes,
are you doing
into
this
the
morning?
very busy schedule. I'm fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you for
Amazing.
having me on your podcast.
And I must say, you look so beautiful, by the way.
Thank
You need to let me in on this secret,
Thank
though.
you. Just clock it.
The glow is glowing.
The glow is
The
glowing.
glow is glowing.
The shine is shining. The
I'm
grace is
so
flowing.
glad you're here, darling. Today we'll be
Thank you.
talking about, something that, like in the dating pool, it's very common.
Okay.
It's on the lips of everybody, but people rarely say it. I know that a lot of relationships have been destroyed by group chats, by parents' influence, and the rest of it. So, what do you think? Do you think that friendships and maybe parental guidance have a lot of influence on dating these days?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I think the people we grew up around or we grow with, be it your friends, your siblings, your parents, I think they have massive influence on who you see as an ideal partner when you grow up or when you're ready to be in a relationship. Most of us, your expectation or your standard of what a relationship should be is what you experience, what you see your parents do. So how you see your parents relate or your elder siblings, the kind of people they talk to, the kind of relationships sort of sets certain standard. It programs your mind and you
Absolutely.
begin to think, oh, this is how a right partner should be, or this is how a relationship should be. Or if I want a relationship, I either want my relationship to be like this, or in the reverse state, I want my relationship never to be like this.
I think I agree with you, but sometimes I need to play the devil's advocate here. I feel like some of our friends or sort of some of our parents, they do like project their fear on you.
Yeah.
I mean, friends or parents, I'm not saying there shouldn't be some certain level of influence they would have in your relationships. I know so many people for so many wrong reasons have ended their relationship because of their friends
Yeah.
and parents, and you don't know if your friends is probably projecting their jealousy or their fears on you. Do you think that every influence is the right influence?
Obviously, not every influence is the right influence. In fact, especially when it comes to parents and friends, not every influence.
Honestly, girl.
I can tell you, not every influence is
From the way you
right
laugh,
influence.
you have an experience of this.
Not every influence is the right influence.
True.
Because people, obviously, like you said, people will project their fears, their own thoughts. And sometimes what people think is best for you is not necessarily what you know is
True.
best for you as
Absolutely.
well.
Because you're the one in the relationship with this person, you see this person.
Absolutely.
And I think it's all of the feedback or whatever you filter back to people that they hear and
that they
see.
hear. But then again, if you think about like family dynamics and family structure, if you come from a family where you're quite close knit, you have certain values, certain expectations, certain religious beliefs, there is that unset principle that when you want to date, in fact, some family will actually tell you, like when you want to date, the person you're dating has to also be able to fit into those values, those religious beliefs, those criterias that they've set out.
That is like setting standards
It is
before
a
you even meet the
standard.
person.
It is a standard. And unfortunately, it's quite difficult at times to find someone that fits into that category. And you
Absolutely.
might even find the person and then you realize you actually don't love this person, but your family accepts the person, and then you end up just being with them because, well, my family likes him or my family likes her, but it's not, he or she is not the person that
You
you
love.
love
So
actually.
sometimes you end up not dating for
Yeah,
yourself.
so you're dating for people. You're
Ah,
just dating for
dating
family.
pool is
Yeah, is
ghetto.
rugged. Okay.
Dating pool is
It's rugged.
ghetto.
And that's why you find that people stay in relationships where they are not happy. They stay in relationships where they are not fulfilled because they feel like they're in a relationship for obligation. So they're doing it for family obligation. Some people do it for friends validation, to get validations from their friends. Oh, my friends expect a certain standard. Say, for example, you're well learned and your friends are all well learned. You all come from the same
Background
background, or
ish.
you have similar educational background. So say all my friends are masters holders.
Yeah.
Now, how is it going to be if I'm dating a dropout
I
who I actually like? But then we're going to this event. My friends are going to be there. I know my friends are going to start talking shit. Literally, they're going to start asking
know.
questions like,
Judgmental eyes.
yes. They see him and they're like, oh, nice to meet you. What do you do? Oh, I'm into this. Oh, where did you school?
And it's like,
It's like, actually,
meh.
I believe in, Mark Zuckerberg did it by himself. He dropped out. But he dropped out from Harvard. I mean, what's your own? Where did you drop out from?
From the sky.
You dropped out from Illyrium primary school or secondary school. Are you okay? So yeah, sometimes we date for expectation, expectations as
True.
well. Oh, I want a guy that fits, or I want a girl that fits a particular niche, a particular criteria. I want someone who is presentable, who will be acceptable by my friends. Not necessarily that I love this person, but they fit societal expectation of who I should be with. And yeah.
Honestly, like I get what you're saying, but at some point I just feel like when you're in the dating pool, especially when you're serious about getting out of the dating pool, at some point you should be able to draw a line and set a certain healthy boundary between.
Yeah.
I know it's very difficult for people with strong cultural backgrounds, like where
Yeah.
I come from.
Yes.
Man, they're asking you questions. Yeah, in fact, this person has no idea. Abi doesn't even has not done anything to say I'm gonna marry you, and but they're already asking you where is he from, what does he
Yes.
do, what does he. But
Yes.
I think at some point you should be able to set a certain elder background and know in your heart and know in your head. I stand to be corrected, though. I don't know what you think about this.
I think in terms of setting boundaries, it's such a big thing. People see it as well. You just go out there and say it, but sometimes you're setting boundaries against people you spent the whole of your life with. It's like, imagine me saying I want to set boundaries with my mom and my dad. Yes, you have to, but it's difficult.
Difficult,
It's
man.
easier to say it. It's
Yeah.
difficult to do it. But so when you love somebody, you have to tell yourself that you're going to set certain boundaries, even if it's going to go against those things or go against those people that you believe would, might revolt and say, well, this is not right. But you have to be able to stand for yourself.
I hold that thought.
Okay.
Let me ask you this before you finish that. 'Cause so,
Okay.
what if you're dating someone? I mean, we've given the example of like you're dating someone that doesn't fit into the background, that doesn't fit into like the level of. What if you're dating someone you're convinced that this is the one I love, this is the person for me, but your parents and your friends do not like this person?
I,
And we've talked about boundaries. So,
yeah.
how do you navigate that sort of situation?
I think ultimately it's you deciding, is this going to make me happy? And if it's going to make me happy, my family, my friends, do they want the best for me? Do they want me to be happy? It's a two-way thing. One, the first one is if the person you're dating is actually a rubbish person and everybody around you is actually saying babes or guy,
But love has
this
blind
person
your eyes.
is trash. Like, this person genuinely does not have your best interest at heart.
True, there
That's
is that.
different.
There is that.
It's then there is the other side of actually the person has your best interest at heart, but they just have personal bias. Like, I come from a very cultural, very traditional background where there's a belief that you have to marry within the same tribe, within the same culture. So if it's well, they're not I'm Yoruba, so they are not Yoruba. That's different. It's now is this your own personal bias that you're trying to put on me, or is it out of my own best interest? So I'll give an example. I have an auntie who actually fell in love with someone who was not from our tribe. And that seemed like a whole big issue. Oh, you're the first daughter. Oh, you're the pride of the family. Oh, you're going to go to another culture. Oh, you wouldn't understand their language. You wouldn't. But her husband was wonderful. He was calm. He had her best interest at heart. He will come to all family events.
Can you
We
imagine?
loved him.
Oh,
The only thing
a man
was,
doing his thing, man.
we loved him. The only thing was just, he wasn't from the same culture. And that seemed to be like a whole big deal. But she chose him. She chose him for her own happiness, and they're still together today. If we look at recent times and look at the rate at which people are migrating and emigrating to different countries, you can see we have a lot of mixed couples.
True that.
We have a lot of people that are marrying interracially, not even intertribal anymore, interracial as well.
Absolutely.
And I think that we're going into an era where people consciously have to choose their happiness. And, it's you now relaying it back to your family to say, this person wants my best interest. I actually do love this person. If you take away your bias glass and actually see this person for who they are, see the humanity in them, you might actually understand why they love me or why I love them as much as I do. Yeah.
True. I think it's communication as well, because this example you gave, my immediate sister, married an Igbo man, and it's been beautiful at the start of the relationship. I think my parents as well, because really cultural background. My parents as well were like, especially my mom. She was like, are you sure? The language difference and everything. But when they met this person, when they saw this person, how much of how we love that and how much of this, so everything sort of settled. And I also think it's about you letting them getting to know the person. A lot of us, I feel like we hide our relationships from our parents as well. So it's a lot of what we say that people tend to work on not seeing this person.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. I think people hide relationships or, try and protect. People will say, I'm protecting my relationship. But in actual fact,
I did it. I did it for mommy, Joe.
I did it. Okay? We know. You post that picture and you blur.
I know.
All those back pictures that you only see, you just see them hugging. You don't see the back. Or you just
you post the picture and you idle the
yes,
people that
you put one big emoji on it. We know.
We know all these things.
We know. Is it that he's not fine or is it that she's ugly? Is that why you're hiding them?
Help me ask them.
Let's come back to being serious. Yeah. I think people hide the relationship because of fear of judgment. My stance, however, is bring it out there. From the very beginning, start prepping and start talking. I'll give you an example. And I always say this. When I met my husband,
Ooh, I love it. Clark, when I met my husband. Wait, Akpeyemi, hold that thought. I start saying when I met my husband, you people be tired of me on this podcast. You be tired of me. Back to you, darling.
When I met my husband did not fit the criteria of what my mom would tag. We talked about this.
Yeah.
It did not fit the criteria of what my mom would tag as a son-in-law. Because at the time I met my husband, we were friends for years before we got married. Yeah. And when I met him, it was on dreads. Okay, he had this huge dreadlocks on his head, and he wasn't even on regular dreadlocks. He colored it. It was on dyed dreadlocks. Okay, that man was on earrings, dyed dreadlocks. He was an artist. Now, if you meet my husband and you ask him, what do? He will tell you, I'm an artist, I'm an art curator, because that's what he actually loves doing. And now he's gone fully into it. Mm-hmm. But back then, he was actually a microbiologist. But he would start by saying, I'm an artist, because that was his passion. True. So I always had the thought of, I really like this, my best friend. I really like this guy. Okay, I'm really into him. But I know that my mommy will say,
only dreads, yeah.
Only dreads, look, Bewale. Do you get?
Absolutely.
So it's my stance on from the very beginning. So from the very beginning, we started having conversation about it in the house. Oh, mommy, I have this friend. I like him. He's into art. He does this. It does this. It does this. Oh, I like this friend. He's doing this exhibition at this gallery. Is this? Is this? Is this? So even before they met him, they already had an idea
Of who this
of who he
person is,
was without
absolutely.
judging his looks or anything.
Yeah.
And when they finally met him, it wasn't even a big deal anymore.
Absolutely.
My dad did not even have any problem. It wasn't a big deal to my mom was like, okay, he's very tall, low. That was just like,
Cool,
he's very
cool.
tall, low. There,
We'll take
gago.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and now if you see the dynamics between them, it's so amazing. They even talk more, you know. So I think it's the way you actually present your partner to your family,
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
and how you lay it all out there. But sometimes, you know, there's the innate fear. This is against our values. This is against the religious belief. This is against our beliefs as a family.
Yeah.
Would they accept him? How will it look like when we're walking out in public? But
Sure.
you know, these are the issues that we have to
Absolutely.
talk about.
Well, you guys.
Put it out there.
Yeah, you know.
Put it out there.
Like I always say, like,
Put her
don't
out
take
there.
my word for it, but you know, it's me and Koyemi. Take our word for it today. We'll be jumping right into the poolside confessions.
Yes.
We've got 3 confessions for you today, as per usual. I'll be reading the first one. Koyemi will take the second one, and we'll talk about what we think. The first one I've got here is I was with this guy for almost a year. It was calm, consistent, no drama, no, not flashy, not loud, just solid. But my friends don't like him. They kept saying it was boring, that I could do better, that it wasn't my standard. At first, I didn't think much of it because I didn't actually have a problem with him. But over time, I started seeing him through their eyes instead of mine. So I left. Or leave. 2 months later, he's in a new relationship and he's doing everything I said I wanted: dates, trips, consistency, everything. And now I'm here wondering, did I leave him because I wanted to or because my friends did?
I think she had a problem with him.
You think
You
so?
see this, I didn't have a problem with him. It was what you had a problem with him, my dear. Because if you did not have a problem with him, when people are telling you things about him and you don't see those things and you actually know these things they're saying is wrong, it's not right, you will correct that notion.
I think so. As
You will
well.
correct the
I think
notion.
so
So,
as
oh,
well.
your partner is proud. No, he's not proud. He just did not, you know, he just
Yeah.
didn't
It was
see
just
you,
having
or
a
he's
bad
just having
day,
a bad
or
day.
just, yeah.
You know, your partner is just very boring. No, he's an indoor
not,
person.
yeah.
He won't stress out if he doesn't have
Even me,
to.
I'm more boring.
So I genuinely think, because if you love someone, you won't even find that you're having to defend the person. It will just come natural.
Sure.
Because it's what happened. It will just
Sure.
come natural. So I think she had a problem with him. And there's this notion of, if we break up, this person I've broken up with, they should be struggling, they should be suffering. Like
Exactly.
Nigerian movies. They should
Exactly.
be toiling in pain. In
They should be
shambles.
crying.
They should be crying.
No,
and gnashing
bruh.
their teeth.
No.
People need to grow up and realize that we're in the real world. You
Yeah.
can break up with somebody and they go on and have a wonderful, fantastic life.
Clock it.
Yes, they go on and have a wonderful. And don't blame people for saying that everything we're supposed to do, they are doing it for this new person.
Exactly.
What else will they do? Where did they learn from? They've been learning from you for the past 1 year.
Seriously. And you as well can break up with somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't mean when you're in a toxic relationship or if the person is actually bad for you, stay. You as well can break up with somebody and go on to live a very happy life.
Absolutely.
thereafter.
Fabulous
You know?
life. Yeah. I think they've been learning from you from the last 1 year or last 2 years they've been with you. You guys have had all these plans and ideas.
Yeah.
Of course, they are going to exhibit and they're going to take it all into the new relationship.
Absolutely.
It's, what's the word? It's classwork. Now they're going to go and do the assignments with the new person and fulfill it. So don't feel bad about it. But I think this lady needs to ask herself true questions.
True.
Is she people pleasing? Is she allowing her friend's influence to take charge over what she truly wants? That's a much more deeper question she needs to have with her
Yeah, I
therapist.
mean,
But
for your
yeah,
next for your,
yes, with her
well,
therapist.
with the
That's a
therapist.
much
I
word.
mean, I usually
It's
say
just
that
yeah,
dating pool is not a podcast where we bash and
yeah,
bash people, but
yeah.
to be fair, fairs, man, you need to like have this
You
conversation
need
with
to go and
yourself.
yeah,
What do you want for yourself? At the end of the day,
yeah,
it's not about your friends. It's about
yeah.
you. Yeah. Right. We'll jump right into the sec. I'll let Okoyemi take this
So
next confession.
parent influence.
Yep.
Okay. I met someone who treated me right. There was no confusion, no games, all peace, all the way. But my mom did not approve. She said it wasn't from the right background, that long term it wouldn't work. At first, I tried to ignore it, but the pressure at home became constant. Every conversation turned into an argument, and it started to feel like I had to choose between my relationship and my family, so I ended it. That was 2 years ago, and I haven't felt the kind of peace with anyone since. My mom is happy. Of course she is, but I'm not sure I am. Sometimes I still ask myself, did I make the right choice or just the easier one?
I'll let you start because you see.
There are two sides to this, like I said, and I think we've talked about this earlier. Sometimes what an elder, my people say that, my people have a saying, a proverb, they say what an elder sees sitting down, even if you as a child climbs a tree, you might not see it. The first side to it is maybe your mom has actually seen some things in your partner that she's foreseeing that I don't want my daughter to have to go in through this. I don't want my daughter to have to go through this problem because this person I've seen, especially with the word background,
True.
that I've seen, so maybe there is that aspect. Then there is the second aspect of, was Momsi just influencing because she did not like this person?
Maybe there's no kukuchi.
Yes,
Maybe there's
maybe there's no money. Okay.
Honestly.
So was Momsi was your mom influencing just from her own perspective that she did not like it? And the fact that this lady said they kept every conversation became an argument feels to me that this was reiterated over and over and over and over at home. So it's quite toxic because in this situation, you find that you're constantly having to defend and defend and defend your reason for being in that relationship in the first place.
True.
And yes, you will feel like, do I have to choose between my family that I've known for ages or this new person I've just met 2 years ago? Could they be right? Could they be wrong? But what did your partner say in all of this? Did you carry them along?
Exactly.
Were they aware of this situation? True. What were the main issues that your mom highlighted, for example? It would have been nice if if the person who shared this story actually talked about, what were the issues? If you say background, yes, were they poor?
Or did they have epilepsy?
Or were they
uncultured? Or did they have some health conditions? Yes, is it sickle cell?
And people, I think that's another thing. Yeah, and I think people need to realize that when you get married, it's not just the joining of you and this person. It's two families actually interwoven. So your mom might be saying, I don't want to actually be going to parties on this family side. I don't want to, I don't want to have to put myself in this situation where I'm meeting with people from this background or from this
and she's not seeing it through your lens.
And she's not seeing it through your lens. So did you actually sit down to find out, Mommy, what is the problem? Is it a bigger picture? Is it a smaller one? It's quite dicey because we don't know the innate part of it. But it goes back to what we say about values and culture and beliefs and how your family can influence.
How much of influence they have
on your relationship. It's quite painful, especially if you love the person.
And especially when she said she's not even had that same peace for a very long time. So I can imagine how invested she's been.
Yes. I actually this is not my personal story, but I actually know of someone who was in a similar situation. She ran away. Okay.
Eloping love.
The man
eloping love.
She eloped.
I love it.
After she eloped, she got pregnant. I'm serious. So babes got pregnant, eloped. It's very risky. It's very, very risky. And then came back with the grandchildren and I said, well, if you don't forgive us,
where my father is, you cannot elope. He'll find you. Find your husband. Find your husband's family.
So you have to determine the kind of family you are to determine what you're going to do. Your family, if you elope, will you be safe?
Exactly.
You get, or you have to find it. So yeah, that's an extreme situation. True. But it did work out well for her. Now everybody is at peace. And I also had a situation where the girl refused to marry anybody. And for over
Wow.
10 years, she stayed single. She didn't get married. So
Wow, man.
eventually they were like, go and marry
What
him.
wherever you want, shall
Just go and
go.
marry him. Yeah. So
I mean,
extreme
overall, I
cases, but
just feel
yeah.
like do what pleases you. As far as you are
Yeah.
sure, you're convinced that you're making the right decision overall.
Yeah.
You
But
know
I
what
think it's a
makes you
good question
happy.
she's asking herself, that did she make the right choice or just the easier choice? Because the harder one would have been having to constantly pull your weight and constantly make a case for your relationship. It's quite hard. Yeah.
We'll jump right into the third one, and it's titled as Friends Influence. Everything was good between us. There was no drama, no issues. It was easy. But our friends didn't like me. I don't even know why. They just didn't. They just
Yeah,
decided.
I know a good person. That's
They just decided I wasn't good enough for her. After that, I noticed a shift. She started questioning things that were never a problem before. Small things became big issues. And it was like I was no longer just dealing with her, but with her friends too. Eventually, she ended it. She said it just doesn't feel right anymore. But deep down, I know the truth. It felt right until other people's got involved. Hmm.
Does your partner belong to a community of WhatsApp group?
Hey.
These are first date questions you need to be asking people. Do you have a community of WhatsApp group? Are
Abi?
you into communal dating? Okay? Is it that when something happens, you used to go and tender our conversation like we are going to Coven meeting to go and discuss me?
Honestly, it's no different from coven
I'm
meeting.
serious. It's conversation. And you know
First
what?
date question, guys.
It's first date question. And it's not just for the women, also for the men, because men talk as well.
True.
In their group. So you need to
True,
start asking,
true.
when issues happen, who do you talk to? Who are
Exactly.
your closest partners? And try and find out, because birds of a feather, they laba together.
Flock
Okay?
together, new.
Try and find out, are friends, the person you're dating, or his friends, the person you're dating, what are their attitudes like? What are their
True.
manners like? How are they in certain situations? How do they behave? Because those people will become aunties and uncles to your children. Those people will become big mommy and big daddy to your children. Those people would have influence in your relationship one way or the other.
True.
You cannot have an isolated relationship. That's what I believe. You cannot say, me and my partner forever, no friend, no family, no contact, nobody. But you can have a relationship where you're sure and you're safe enough to know that even if my partner is going to ask from his friends or from her friends, those friends are responsible.
Enough
Those
to give
friends
the
are
correct
sensible.
advice.
They will give the right advice.
You know?
So these are the questions. I think in this situation, maybe his partner unfortunately did not have
The correct,
the correct set of people,
friends.
or it could be that you're just a bad person and they are
True.
seeing it that actually you are not a good person.
And what is influencing
get-
you these days in the dating pool? What is influencing
Yeah.
you? I think people are very superficial these days.
I think so.
I think
And
people are too superficial. What is influencing you? Why are you deciding that this person is not good for you? Are you looking at now, or are you looking at what this person is capable of evolving to? It's a
Yeah.
two-way thing, like you said. It could be that you were just very superficial about it and just didn't like him, or it can be a very bad person as well, and it was not looking inward enough.
yeah,
True.
it could be a two-way thing. So yeah, I don't like the idea of having to discuss intimate details with
Yeah.
your friends, especially when there are issues.
True.
Discussing it with your friends first before discussing it with your partner. I
Mm-hmm.
think talk to your partner about it when issues arise. Oh, I don't like
Absolutely.
this. I don't want this. Because people will give you opinions from their own personal experience.
And don't even forget, when you people sort of settle, when you people sort of, finish whatever the situation is,
Yes.
the eye that people would used to look at you, because you remember this person they are talking to, they are only human.
Yeah.
And they too could be married, and they will be
Yeah.
using your gist as a, I don't like, what is intimate between me and my man. I don't like discussing. I'll sit down with you and talk about it first. Of course, there are some times where you need to seek counsel.
Yes.
But just make sure that you're seeking the right counsel. Whoever is
Yeah.
telling you stuff, make sure they're not projecting their
own fears on you.
Or make sure they're not
Yeah.
projecting, they're not telling you
Yeah.
things that you just want to listen
And
to.
I
for the
think it's
sake of
you
it.
also asking yourself that the person I'm telling, is it just for this person or are they genuinely concerned?
True.
That's another thing. Like, Are they just interested because it's just for them, or do they have my well-being at heart? Are they really
True.
concerned about it? And depending on the situation and the kind of friends you talk to will determine the feedback you get as well.
Absolutely.
So in this case, it could have been that yes, our friends actually did not like the guy, and all of them are like, no, this guy is not up to your standards. That's another thing. Are you
That's
dating for your
another thing.
friends, or are you dating for you? And I just wanted to circle back quickly
Yeah.
to the parents' own. I'm using HR words now. Circle back quickly to the parents' own. Sometimes, if you don't have your own independence, you cannot make some certain decisions. Okay?
Absolutely.
If you're, I just remember, let me just put it out there. If you're still highly dependent on your parents, or you're dependent on like what you get from your friends in order to sustain yourself, their opinion will have such a big influence
On
on you.
you.
Because imagine telling mommy that I want to date this guy that has dreadlocks, but mommy is the one paying your bills. She's the one still buying clothes for you. What do you mean?
It's just like saying you're trying to make a decisions as
Yeah.
regard work. Your work pays your salary, man. So
Yeah.
anything you are deciding, your work comes first.
Absolutely. And what is your history? If you've had a history of making consistent bad choices, when it seems like you finally made a good choice, people will still question
People would
it.
not trust it.
People won't trust it.
So it's this
Yeah.
this
This
dating
is-
pool. We could go on and on and
I
on
could
and
talk
on
for
and on.
hours.
I know, man.
But yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been so amazing having you here. It's been so
Thank
amazing just sitting with you
Thank
today.
you. Thank you. Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
I know. Any final words for the people in the dating pool?
I think my final words will be follow your heart, but you carry your brain along with
Yeah.
it. Okay. Ask
Decoring it.
yourself,
Wait.
ask yourself true questions. Be
True.
honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, whatever decision you make, you're the one that's going to live with that decision. If you're staying with this person, you're the one that is going to live with that person.
Yeah.
And even the people we love the most, there are days we still ask ourselves that,
Guy, now me
testing-
marry this
you are
thing.
testing my patience.
I
And there's still some days you be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so happy that
I made the right
choice. So you need to ask yourself certain questions. I think ultimately it's knowing that you want to have more days where you're like, I'm so grateful to God that I chose the right person. I'm so grateful to God that I am with the right person. You want to have more of those days. Yeah, and follow your heart, pray about it. Whatever you believe in, pray about it. Because at the end of the day, everybody needs to get out of this dating conga.
Everybody needs to
Get
be
out of the
the
well.
dating pool.
Okay, arise. Get out of it.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
know,
mean, for
yeah.
me, I just feel like at the end of the day, like you've said, it's your art, it's your life, it is you that is going to end up being in this. And ultimately it's your decision. No matter what your friends say, no matter how much influence your parents say,
Yes.
they wouldn't be with you. And like what you said that is very profound is you need to have some certain level of independence
You
to
do.
be able to make certain level
You
of
do.
decisions.
You do. And I just wanted to say that
on, my love.
ultimately, you might forgive your partner
Mm-hmm.
even after going to talk about your partner to other people, but other people would not forget. They won't
Absolutely.
forgive. Your family members,
They won't
your
forget.
friends, they won't
Reference.
forget. They won't forgive.
That is how Shebi,
You-
that's how you said that day.
Yes.
That's the
Aja Kenyano, that day, that's how you came here crying. Okay?
So
You are
let's
here
be
again.
mindful. Let's be
Yeah,
mindful.
yeah. Let's be mindful of what we do. But yeah, thank you everybody for having me.
Thank you so
Mokwe.
much for coming.
Love being on the podcast.
It's
I would
been
love to come
amazing.
again.
Oh,
Thank you.
Defo, you're coming back. You're definitely coming back.
problem.
Thank you so much, guys. Like I always
you.
say, it's been amazing having you guys listen. It's been amazing having you guys be with us. Like I always say as well, protect your heart. The dating pool is ghetto. The dating pool is murky, but we always learn how to swim. Don't forget to follow, drop your comments, let us know what you think, if you've learned a thing or two, and we'll be right here again to jump on another conversation. Until then, protect your heart and do not drown in the dating
Dating
pool.
pool.
Bye.
Bye.